Chapter 7. Those kids, that Jeremy and that Jilly, were sloppy and drippy, and they got their hands into things you'd refuse to touch. They acted their age so much, they could make you crazy. Then why did I keep going back? I heard somebody say Jolly didn't face reality. Jolly, she says. You say that? Reality is, I got baby puke on my sweater and shoes, and they tell me they'll cut off the electricity, and my kids would have to take a bath in cold water. And the rent ain't paid like usual. Reality is, my baby's only got one thing in the whole world, and that's me. And that's the reality. You say I don't face reality? You say that? I don't know why I kept going back. But once, one night, Jeremy woke screaming in a bad dream, and when I held him close, he shut up for a minute, but then he started again. Chapter 8. Myrtle and Annie thought they had better jobs. They predicted, "Those kids will get sick. A dirty place like that? You won't get paid." By the time I went to Jolly's 4 times, Myrtle and Annie saw me skipping lunch to finish my math, and they took up their position. "LaVon, this won't be a good job. You're gonna be too tired to keep your grades," says Annie. "You work with us, you do it and go home. That Jolly don't sound like just a job," says Myrtle. But by that time, my mind was made up. Something made it up for me. It was clenched like you'd clench a fist. I didn't explain to Myrtle and Annie, not with them letting me know they didn't want to hear about those babies and their mom that was too young to be one. Chapter 9. I could still quit, even when I was getting started, but the very first week I noticed there was a place, just above the leaf, hanging over Jilly's head when she sat in her high chair under the almost dead hanging plant, and I was feeding her the Yecco yellow squash from the jar I was supposed to heat. It's that place, just above the leaf. A spider web is spun, and it's got no fly or anything caught yet. It's that thready place of air. When Jilly hollered really bad, and I thought I was going to crack open with the sound of it, the web would move, just so you could hardly see it, but it moved. I wonder what Jilly would do if she knew she could shake a spider's whole style of life just by her sad hollering. Chapter 10. Here's how it was at Jolly's house. The plates are pasted together with noodles, and these rooms smell like last week's garbage, and there isn't a place I can put my book to study for school, except places where something else already is. The mirror is smeared with toothpaste. The kitchen floor has a cream spinach I spilled a month ago. I pull up a corner of the living room curtain and smell it. You'd die. You can't imagine the things that live down the plugged drain. Stuck in the high chair corners are margarine and rotting banana goo, and I got a C- on the social studies test besides. If I get out of here to college, I'll get a good job. Maybe I'll go to business college like a poster they have at school. I'll work in the office and wear those jackets like you see, and I'll have my own filing cabinet and also a desk with a calendar on it, where you put your appointments down in the squares, and everybody will know, "Oh, that's LaVon's department," and I'll never see a place like this again. I look at my eyes in the mirror. I put one finger up to wipe off just a little bit of yuck off the glass to see me better, and I'm afraid. Chapter 11. I brought the pot and the dirt and the lemon seeds from my house. Jeremy didn't know what I meant. Wait a while. He didn't know the lemon blossoms wouldn't come by Thursday. I explained. If you want something to grow and be so beautiful you could have a nice day just from looking at it, you have to wait. Meanwhile, you keep watering it, and it has to have sunshine, and also you talk to it. So Jeremy goes, "Hey, Lemon Plum." And then he says, "Go for it." And he sits right down in front of the pot of dirt and watches. I'm coming through with Jilly on my hip, and she smells bad like always. And her hands are full of sticky, I don't know what, and I see just an outline against the city window, this little kid sitting beside an empty pot of dirt, and I guess he's concentrating or praying. Chapter 12. In social studies, I got a whole country wrong. On the map I forgot and I put Angola where Zimbabwe is. And then there wasn't any room for Zimbabwe. They're in a whole far continent, and I missed them right in the U.S. ninth grade. Here in this house sits the continent of, what do you call it? What could you call it? These kids never saw an ocean, so how could you explain? You know what they see when they wake up in the morning? They see the cockroaches climbing. Even the roaches get driven up a wall here. You could name them if you want. There are whole families. And the drain is still plugged. The smell is deadly. What can I say? Zimbabwe took away some points, and I'll mess up something else and lose some more points. And my mom will find out, and I'll have to quit Jolly, and I'll end up old and no college with back rent to pay and looking at cockroaches for my entertainment.